Today let's look at what I like to call hip bumps, or some people call them weighted hips, but it's a way to make sharp hips. And this is one of the questions I get all the time. How do you make sharp hips? So today I'm going to show you. The first thing we need to look at is posture. So we're going to look from belly button down right now. We're going to bend and straighten the legs, but if your legs are completely straight the whole time, then, or if they're always straightening to a point where they're not hyperextending, but completely straightening, it will disengage the move. So that's why posture is so important. I want you to think about sliding your knees forward, and as you do that, your tailbone becomes neutral. So when you're standing with straight legs, your tailbone is sort of popped up in the back, generally. So what we want to do is slide the knees forward and bring the tailbone more neutral so that it's pointing down towards the floor. You might feel a little contraction in the belly area when that happens. So we're going from straight to almost like sitting on a really high bar stool. Now for the top part, you do want to sort of stabilize by opening your chest. We're going to bring the shoulders up and down, opening the chest, but ribs in, not popped. So we don't want this, because this will, you'll try to also pop your tailbone if you're trying to push your ribs out. So ribs in, belly button in, tailbone neutral. Okay, so from here, we want to start shifting our weight from one foot to the other, and also bending and straightening your legs. Now, when I say straight, I mean a very soft straight. If you straighten them completely, it will disengage all of the muscles needed to create the sharp hips. So it'll become more of a soft, just sort of side to side. So your tailbone has to stay pointing towards the floor. If you straighten your leg out completely, it will automatically pop your tailbone up, and that's how you know that you're disengaging the movement. My feet are about, if I find my hip bones, they're about hip bone width apart. And then we're just going to sit into this posture. If you want, I don't always dance with my arms like this, but I do find that this sort of belly dance stance look is really good for stabilizing the upper part of your body as well. So my arms are just out. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the arm posture so that this doesn't get too long. And we're thinking about shifting our weight from side to side as we are bending to soft straightening our legs. Now, the other thing you want to look at is not thinking about your hips going out to the side right now. Let's think about your hips sort of going just sort of up, I guess is a better way to put it. So as you soft straighten your leg, you want to think about maybe contracting. I think my instructor used to call it the thigh sock. So the inner thighs definitely, and you'll feel some other contractions as well, which I won't go too deep into. But you want to think about drawing up into the body as you straighten the leg, and that's going to give you this nice sharp hip. Right, left, or left, right. If you're mirroring me, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Let's go back to singles. Right, left, right, left. You might feel a little contraction in the glute, but for the most part, there is some jiggling there, which it's totally fine. Jiggling happens in belly dance, and we like it. Now let's go back to 1, 2, 3, I'm starting on the right, but if you're mirroring me, you might be starting on the left. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, if I want to do something where I'm going in, out, in, step out, you want to, for this particular one, there are different ways of doing this. You want to just almost like slide your foot out, but not change your level, And your tailbone also has to remain pointed down towards the floor. So it's sort of a wider bump or wider sharp hip. So it's in, out, in. Let's try that again. On this side, in, out, in. Again, in, out, in. One more time, in, out, in. So I'm still very much controlling this with my muscles in my legs. And the bending and soft straightening, tailbone pointed still down towards the floor. You just want nice, sharp, controlled hips. It's all in the legs, really, and the muscles on the inner thighs specifically, and pulling up into the body for this particular look. Let's try it on the other side. So we'll go in a couple times, in, just to get used to it. In. Now try it out, step out. Remember, not changing your level. Straighten, tailbone still pointing towards the floor. Straighten, straighten-ish, straighten, straighten. Remember, if you straighten completely, it will disengage the muscles in the upper part of your leg. Up. Now let's go. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Try this a couple more times. In, out, in, out. Now let's alternate. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Then on the other side. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Pause. One more each side. Good. Now, let's put that to music. All right, getting into that posture that we talked about, and we'll just alternate from side to side. 1, 2. I'm going right, left. You could be going left, right. Remember, tailbone is pointing down towards the floor. Knees are constantly bent, but they are going to a soft, straight. A little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going left right now. Just the way it happened. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You really gotta work on squeezing those muscles. I'm still keeping it nice and sharp. Let's alternate. 1, 2, 3. Try that side again. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Let's do the other side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time, and then we'll alternate. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to alternate. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Other side. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. Pause. 1, 2, 3. One more time each side. 1, 2.